Hare Krishna everyone, Hare Krishna, and we are back with the Easy Journey to Other Planets by His Divine Grace Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, page number 16. Lord Krishna instructs that all the planets within the material universes are destroyed at the end of 4,300,000 times 1,000 times 2 times 30 times 12 times 100 solar years. And all the living beings inhabiting these material planets are destroyed materially along with the destruction of the material worlds. The living entity, however, is constitutionally an anti-material particle. But unless he elevates himself to the region of the antimaterial worlds by cultivation of antimaterial activities, he is destroyed materially at the annihilation of the material worlds and is subject to take rebirth in a material shape with the rebirth of a new material universe. In other words, he is subject to the pains of repeated birth and death. Only those living entities who take to the loving service of the personality of Godhead during the manifested stage of material life are undoubtedly transferred to the antimaterial worlds after quitting the material body. Immortality is obtained only by those who return to Godhead by practice of anti-material activities. Alright, what are these anti-material activities? They are medicines. For example, when a man falls ill, he goes to a physician who prescribes medicines which eventually cure the suffering patient. Similarly, the materialist is ailing and he should consult an expert transcendentalist physician. What is his ailment? He is suffering the tribulations of repeated birth, deaths, diseases, and old age. Once he agrees to put himself under the Back to Godhead treatment, he is able to transfer himself to the anti-material world, where he finds eternal life instead of birth and death. Annihilation of the material world takes place in two ways. Partial annihilation occurs at the end of every 4,300,000 times 1,000 solar years, or at the end of each day of Brahma Loka, which is the topmost planet in the material world. During that time of partial annihilation, the topmost planets, such as Brahmaloka, are not annihilated. But at the end of each duration of 4,300,000 times 1,000 times 2 times 30 times 12 times 100 solar years, the entire cosmic manifestation is merged into antimaterial body, from whence the material principles emanate, manifest, and merge after annihilation. The antimaterial world, which is far removed from the material sky, is never annihilated. It absorbs the material world. It may be that clash occurs between the material and antimaterial worlds as suggested by the scientists, and that the material worlds are destroyed, but there is no annihilation of the anti-material worlds. The eternally existing anti-material world is unmanifested to the material scientist. He can simply have information of it insofar as the principles of its existence are contrary to the modes of the material world. Full details of the antimaterial universes can be known only from the infallible source of liberated authorities who have thoroughly realized the constitution of the antimaterial principle. This information is received by oral reception by a submissive disciple of the personality of Godhead. The Vedic knowledge was thus imparted unto the heart of Brahma, the first living being in the material creation. It was Brahma who related this knowledge to the sage Narada Muni. By the way, Narada Muni is on the cover of these episodes that we are reading Easy Journey to Other Planet. On the cover you see this transcendental cosmonaut, how do you call it? Spaceman, of course. I'm sorry, I'm Russian. Transcendental spaceman. He is called Narada Muni, and he is able to travel throughout material, anti-material worlds, spiritual material worlds, and he has a transcendental body, so he is just free to move wherever he likes to spread the message of Supreme Lord. So he was given this knowledge by Brahma, his father. Similarly, the Bhagavad Gita was spoken by the personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, to Vivasvan, the presiding deity of the sun. And when the oral chain of disciplic succession was broken, Lord Krishna repeated the Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. At that time, Arjuna took the role of disciple and student in order to receive transcendental knowledge from Sri Krishna. In order to drive out all misgivings which the gross materialists of the world may have, Arjuna asked all relevant questions, and the answers were given by Krishna so that any layman can understand them. Any layman. So if we are humble and we are sincere, we will definitely understand them, even though Bhagavad Gita is an incredible treatise of philosophical truths. Okay. Only those who are captivated by the glamour of the material world cannot accept the authority of Lord Sri Krishna. One has to become thoroughly clean in habit and heart before one can understand the details of the antimaterial world. Bhakti-yoga is a detailed, scientific, transcendental activity that both the neophyte and the perfect yogi can practice. The material world is only a shadow representation of the anti-material world, and intelligent men who are clean in heart and habit will be able to learn, in a nutshell, all the details of the anti-material world from the text of the Bhagavad Gita, and these are in actuality more exhaustive than material details. The basic details are as follows.